Hello and welcome to another Black Desert Online video. This video I'm going to talk about workers and what you can use them for and what's required before you can use them and all that. So in my housing video I talked about how housing works, how to buy it, what it means, what's available to you when you buy it and all that stuff. So for workers, if you want to hire workers to do various things for you, like you can invest points, if I want to, I'll use this as an example. I wanted to gather ash trees and copper ore to build a carriage. So I had invested points in these nodes, which I explained in my nodes video, and then I also invested points in these so that I could send workers there. I have since taken those out so that I could buy the carriage workhouse or carriage workshop, but once the carriage workshop is done, I'll probably take the points back out of there. But basically, if you want to send your workers to a particular farm or resource place or whatever, first you have to have that connected to the town that you want to send your workers from. So that involves numerous contribution points. So for example, this one I think was 1 to unlock that one, I think it was 1 to unlock this one, and then it was another 1 point and 1 point there to get each one of those things to send your workers to. So in order to get workers, you have to have housing for your workers. So I have 1 worker being able to be hired from there. I have 3 available here because the first rank you get 1, the second rank you get 2 more, and then I have 1 more housing for workers right here. So same thing, I have 1 plus 2 is 3 workers. So I have 7 in total that I can hire and use from Velia. So you can see them working here. When you press M, this menu is here automatically. I think I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I have 6 right now. Oh, I can only have 6. Thought I could have 7. Anyway, you need housing for workers. And you have to buy it, like I said in the housing video, with contribution points and silver under housing. Okay, so you've bought the housing. How do you get a worker? Well, I actually have a scroll right here that says contract naive worker. It's just shitty English translation from Japanese. It says description: the naive giant contract workers belongs to Velia Town. So if I wanted to use this, this would give me another worker in Velia. I'm assuming that message says that I have my current maximum number of workers because I don't have any housing for them. But I got that from a quest. But if you didn't get it from a quest and you want to buy some workers, you have to find the job commissioner, which you would do from this search bar. You would find the job commissioner from here, which is somewhere. Work commissioner. So you would click on that, and I'll just demonstrate that. I'll go over here. If I wanted to find him, oh, where's the job guy? There we go. Click on that, and it draws a line, and you go to him. Okay, so then if you want to hire your worker, go to him. It's the pink contract workers button. Can't hire any additional workers, need more lodging. But if I did have the housing, I would click on that, and it would bring up a little window for the current worker. And when you do that, it costs 5 energy to do that. So this is my energy or spirit right here. So I have 34. To get more spirit, you kind of just get it as you level up and from quests and from talking to various NPCs and learning things and whatever. Same thing, you have an XP bar here that as it fills, you get more points. And these points are regenerative, so as I use them, they go away, but you regain a single point every, I don't know, it's like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. You get the points back. So if you went here and went to contract a worker and it was that shitty one that I'll show you in a second, you're like, oh, I don't want to do that one. There's a button that you can, it says like browse workers or something like that, and then it will like refresh it and show you the available workers. If there aren't any other ones, it'll just be the same one. So up here you can see I have a level 10 naive worker, human. He's in Heidelberg, so I don't have access to him from this town. And I have 2 goblin workers, so I have a skilled goblin worker and a goblin worker, and it tells you what their stats are. So his work speed is 66.59, move speed, luck, blah blah blah. Basically, workers will be good at certain things, and the more you use them in one thing, the faster they become at that task, whatever it is, and they also level up. So he's level 9. As he levels up, he'll have access to more things. So it says level 10 has not been learned yet because he's not level 10 yet. So when he's level 10, he'll have some other skill that unlocks. So I think luck has to do with how many, like he might get like an extra copper or something, depending on what you have him assigned to. He might get, I think it just has to do with like how much if he has a chance to get extra resources or something like that. He also has a move speed increase, so he runs a little bit faster. Anyway, as you use your workers, you have to feed them. So I don't think I have any, I don't have any items that I can feed them. So this yellow button is what you click on to feed them, and if you have food to feed them with, it comes up in another little window and you right click on it to feed them, or you can shift right click on it to make his bar go back to full. So this yellow bar is how hungry they are. So these 2 workers are getting a bit hungry. Like these 2 goblin guys are my 2 fastest workers, so their hunger goes down quite a bit faster than the other guys. But at the same time, this giant, when he works, his hunger bar only goes down. Or where's the other giant that I think he's still working? His hunger bar doesn't go down as fast as the goblin does, but he also works slower than the goblins do. Yeah, that's pretty much that, I guess. Like, I have them working on this carriage, so when you click on something in a workshop, every workshop will be the same. It'll just be different items. You have to assign workers to complete whatever item you're trying to make. So if I want them to continue doing the ash tree planks, it tells you how long it's going to take that worker to complete that task. So this worker will take 11 minutes 5 seconds, this worker will take 10 minutes 55 seconds, because he's a little bit faster at working than he is. So you just click start work and he will start doing that work, and it tells you here how many workers you have doing that task. Yeah, if you get rid of all your worker housing, I'm not too sure what happens to your workers because I haven't actually done it. I'm assuming you lose them, which would kind of suck because, you know, they spend all that time leveling up. So I think you lose them, and then you have to rebuy them and all that stuff, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. So when I eventually probably pack up most of this stuff and run, I'll probably just leave the worker housing there so that I don't lose those workers, and the workers are assigned to a certain city anyway, so those workers are assigned to Velia. So if I wanted them to come and work in Alejandro Farm, which I can because it is connected, they would have to run all the way from Velia Town, run down here to Alejandro Farm, work in these things, and run back to Velia Town. So it would take a while for them to work. So if I had workers in Heidelberg, it'd be faster for me to just send them from there. Yeah, that pretty much covers it for workers, I guess. Like I said, I'm making these videos because some of this stuff was pretty confusing to me when I first started playing this game due to poor English translations of stuff and all that. So, yeah, if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer.